EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there. And they just got a nice first down there.
Well, we love to say, get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Siaki Ika in to haul him down. The Patriots at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Strong to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. You can look at this Patriots defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to put things situation.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about what they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a second and 10. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Toss left side for Strong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. When you look at this Patriots defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now a 3rd down throw and misses the target, incomplete.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the return is Jones. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And tough sledding. Going to get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
Stevenson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third, Watson. And that is incomplete.
This first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere. It's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Jones on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jones now throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
39-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And that's incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the man open here is Strong. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. Runs through the contact. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did he use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Strong. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going with Strong on the counter. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Pierre Strong with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jones on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Credit that sack to Siaki Ika.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That pass complete to Moore.
Complete to Elijah Moore. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Straight ahead is Strong. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Browns.
Handoff, Strong running left. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll toss it out right to Strong. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment and stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete as well.
They converted twice on 3rd down. They drive already, but couldn't make it on 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Jones on the return. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Pats are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here as he's taken down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. He's unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Jones. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can see what they were trying to do. Just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time in the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation. They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.